Okay, are we live here? Let me check just to make sure everything's coming through properly, but I think it is. Let me see. Okay, yes, my sound is coming through correctly. Hello everyone, how are you doing there? I'm glad to have you here for another stream for us to play some TF2 and have some fun together. I saw there Rial and Vincent, my friend Vincent, waiting for a stream. Hello there as well, Curly Patty, glad to have you here, my friend. And today we'll be playing, fellas, on the Miami server. As you can see, this is the IP, it's also in the description down below, so you can copy and paste it in your game to connect to the server. So, whatever you are in the world, come play with us because it will be a lot of fun. I myself am not from the United States, I'm from Brazil, so I'll be playing with a bit of high latency, but it's okay, we'll have fun regardless. Hey, hello there, Apple, already on the server with us, pretty nice. And Zofak, hello there, glad to have you here on stream. Again, fellas, feel free to connect to play with us, it will be a lot of fun. We are on the Miami server now, the IP is up there as well, and on the description down below, so you can connect and play with us. Hey, hello there, Shrek, how are you doing? I hope you are doing well, my friend, pretty nice. For those of you who don't know how to connect to community servers, you come here to find a game, community servers, and in the favorites tab there is this button here, add a server. You paste the IP here and then it will show up on this box here for you to connect to it. So that's how you do it. I think it's the easiest way because then the IP will be saved in your favorites and you'll be able to connect more easily to it. So that's how you do it. Hey, I'm not an NFT, hello there! Right now I was watching a video on your Brazilian channel and now I received a notification for your stream, lol. Ah, that's very good, I'm glad you are enjoying both my channels, you know, I really appreciate the support, thank you so much. Hey, Musguy is there, hello there Musguy, just popping in to say hello, hello there my friend. Come play with us if you can, we are with a couple of fellas here on the server, you see, Cirno, Rial, Free to Play Noob and Apple, we are here playing on Bornell. And fellas are just having a good time, you know, I feel like ruining this and start killing everyone, but at the same time it's kinda sad to do that, you know, to crash their party here, because we are just being friendly for a while until more people connect. And Uncle Leo just connected, hello there my friend Leo, glad to have you here on the server with us. It will be a lot of fun. I want to play some Pyro today, I think it will be an interesting change of pace, because a couple of weeks ago we were talking about Pyro actually, and I released a video this week talking about the WM1 hate, you know, that it isn't deserved in my opinion, and that got me into the vibe for playing Pyro, you know, I think it will be fun. Hey, hello there Dark Knight, a heart for you as well my friend, glad to have you here. Come play with us if you can, I'm on the Miami server. I know you are used to playing with high ping, so for you it won't change anything, my friend. Glad to have you here, pretty nice. Okay, let's crash this party here. Let's do. Uncle Leo is there above that Pyro there. Let's crash this party here and start killing everyone. Let's start a match here, and that's how I like to start matches on my servers. Whenever I see people being friendly and just chilling, I appear to ruin their fun and start playing proper TF2. It's always funny to do that. Ah, it's okay, my friend Leo. I say sorry for coming late. Don't worry about it, Leo. It's okay. I'm just glad you are here playing with us. That's what matters. You know, it's always a good time to have you on the server with us and on stream, my friend. And most guys saying there, I've spent the last 2 days watching Wendy Goon's Conspiracy Theory Iceberg series, so sleeping is a bit of a pain now, lol. I'm not familiar with that, most guys, but sounds interesting. You know, those iceberg videos. I think Whammo did a TF2 iceberg video a couple of months ago, and it's interesting, you know, to learn about that sort of hidden trivia and stuff like that. I want to hit a flare. Ah, managed to do it. Here on Cirno, pretty nice. Always nice to hit those flares, I really like that. But I am not familiar with that creator, Wendy Goon. I'm not familiar with that name. But if you found it interesting, I think that's great, you know. I've been watching a lot of 7 Days to Die videos on YouTube because I'm doing a series on that game myself on my other channel, and I've been watching the Mega City series from Jawudo, I think is the name of the channel, and the Winter Warrior series from Capel. By the way, if you like that sort of serialized content, you know, let's plays in episodes, those 2 channels are pretty good. I really like their work. Jawudo with a J and a W. Woodle is like W-O-O-D-L-E. Jawudo, and Capel, it's C-A-P-P-O. That's how you spell their names. Look into their channels because they have pretty good content. And on my Brazilian channel, in which I'm making a 7 Days to Die series myself, I take a lot of inspiration from them. You know, I sort of look up to them because I like their content. It's pretty good. Hey, hello, Hendrik is new here on the channel. Welcome to the channel, Hendrik. Come play with us on the server if you have the chance to. We are on our Miami server. It will be fun. Glad to have you here. Pretty cool. And Zé Mateus is saying there that I'm not a friendly. Yeah, I'm a friendly guy. But on TF2, I don't really like playing friendly, you know. Just doing nothing on the server. I get it why people do it. You know, it can be relaxing, but I don't know, whenever I come to play TF2, I want to play the game for the objective. And not necessarily in a try-hardy way, but I want to engage with TF2 as it was meant to be engaged by its designers, you know, that's what I mean to say. That's how I have fun in the game. But I know that everyone has fun on their own way, and I'm actually glad there are servers, you know, solely for being friendly and stuff like that, so people can play the way they prefer. Okay, I'm pressing the wrong key on my keyboard here. I was a bit confused there about why couldn't I move in the direction that I wanted, but it's actually that dummy me was pressing the wrong key on the keyboard. So that's okay. Hey, hello there, Source, glad to have you here. Uncle Leo wants to challenge us. Source, I'm sorry I haven't replied your email yet. I swear I'm not ghosting you. I will reply your email, but I didn't have the opportunity to do that yet. I'm sorry, but I will. Okay, don't stress about that, please, my friend. I'm not saying that you are stressing about it, but it's just that I saw your name there and then I remembered. I didn't check that email. I will do so, I promise you, my friend. Don't worry about it. So yeah. I not am an NFT is asking, one question, teacher or professor. What do you think about Valve's new game, the Aperture Desk Job? Here we have Uncle Leo. Okay. I want to kill him on the melee. No, I could not do that. Perhaps next time. But you know, the Aperture Desk Job, you know, it's not really I guess you could say it is a game, because it is a video game, it is an interactive, you know, experience or something like that. But I think it is more of a tech demo for the Steam Deck controller scheme, you know, for the inputs that the Steam Deck has. Because it has some, you know, gyroscopic controllers, stuff like that, you know, that's different from regular gamepads. And I think it is neat. I actually, you know, was happy when I saw it announced. You know, anything we get in the Portal franchise, you know, that's new content is always good. I appreciate that, you know, that Portal is getting a new game, but I couldn't help but, you know, think that it is kind of lame at the same time, because after all these years, you know, of doing nothing with Portal, the best they could do is a tech demo. I would prefer if it was a full game, you know, like even if it were a short game, like a 4 hours campaign, like 4 to 5 hours campaign game. I think Portal 1 is about that length, if I'm not mistaken, you know. So I would have appreciated it more, because it is kinda lame, you know. I know they worked a lot on Half-Life Alyx, and it seems to be a good game, but who can play Half-Life Alyx? Who has a VR headset and a rig, a PC, that can actually run Half-Life Alyx Half-Life Alyx properly to play in VR, you know. It's a minority of gamers in the world. So I was hoping, you know, my desire was that with the Steam Deck, Valve would develop a game that could be played on regular, you know, low-end devices, like the Steam Deck is, you know. It's a pretty powerful handheld, but it's, if you compare it to, you know, full desktop PCs, it's on the lower end of performance. So it's cool, but it's kinda lame at the same time, and especially because we don't know when they will be releasing their next, you know, fully fledged game, if at all. So yeah, Valve, I'm always kind of disappointed at Valve nowadays. I can't bring myself to be very excited or or happy or hyped about what they are currently doing, and it's been like that for what, I think ever since, you know, 2018 or 2019 I've been like that with Valve. And okay, let's try this duel here. Okay, I'll let you get one on me, Leo. Now I got you. Okay, but our duel has expired because the round has ended, I think. But now I got you there, my friend. Pretty nice. I'll always try to get you on the melee, okay, Leo? Let's make that our personal duel. I have a lot of fun playing with you. But yeah, you know, I think the only thing I'm really hyped and, you know, I commend Valve for doing nowadays is the Linux support, you know. And by the way, Vincent was saying before the stream started, how long would it take for me to start talking about Linux? I hope you counted the minutes there, Vincent, just so you can keep a record of it. But, you know, especially with the release of the Steam Deck, there's been a huge push for making games playable on Linux machines. Because by default, the Steam Deck runs a Linux operating system. That's SteamOS. So that I really commend Valve for, you know. I'm very thankful they are doing that. But in regards to game development, I don't know, I can't really like their work anymore. I think Valve really dropped the ball when it comes to you know, developing games, because they got you, because they don't develop games anymore, at least not like they used to do back in the day, you know, back in the good days, 2004, 2007, you know, around that time frame. Uncle Leo with the melee, okay, got you. I've dealt a bit of damage with the flamethrower, but I was low health, so I think that was fair, my friend. So yeah. Hey, Vincent say there, Linux! 8 minutes it was. Okay, so I think that was a personal record. 8 minutes is pretty fast. Got the medic there, nice. Playing Pyro is so fun. I really like playing with the flare. I also use the shotgun a lot, but I think the flare gun is just so much fun. Really turns Pyro into, you know, a whole different class. I really like it. So yeah. What else are you saying there? Let me see, fellas. Let's see what you're saying. Your questions. Most guys saying that it's a series about the conspiracy series that he was watching. 11 hours long. Damn, that's a lot. Yeah, and that documentary series you're talking about is also very long. I didn't get the courage to watch it because of the time. It's just too much. And it's Dark Knight's day off. You can play a bit. Very nice, Dark. Have you connected to the server already? Yes, you're here. Pretty nice. Nice to have you here. I think you are the heavy weapons guy on the other team, or the demo knight. One of those. I have to pay attention to that. Pretty nice to play with you again, my friend. Really like you. So yeah. Hey, Lasagna fan, you got lucky. Yes, we are just starting stream. Don't worry about being late. We've just started. Pretty cool. And I'm not an NFT, Musguy is asking a question there. If Valve can't count to 3, how did the third degree come into existence? Yeah, that's a good question, Musguy. I can't explain that one for sure. And I'm not an NFT saying, the last question about Valve. I think what Valve's design says, what Valve is working a lot in new games. I didn't understand your question there. I'm not an NFT. But if it's about, you know, Valve working a lot in new games, I don't think that's the case, you know. At least not games that will ever see the light of day, you know. Valve does a lot of that, you know, it develops and then cancels projects. In the last 10 years, there's been plenty of those that Sniper is using that shield that denies afterburn. Ah, nice market there, Zé Mateus, pretty cool. I have to pay attention to that Sniper because they are trying to counter me with that shield. I have to be careful. But yeah, you know, Valve makes a lot of stuff and cancels it, and we never see it released. So, you know, I've stopped believing rumors that Valve is working on new games, because even if they are, that's not a guarantee that we will see those games being published anytime soon. So, you know, that's why I can't get hyped about it anymore. I get hyped about stuff that gets released, you know. When I see it available on Steam for me to download, then I get hyped about it. Before that, I can't bring myself to be, you know, to expect stuff anymore. And I think that's kind of reasonable, you know. I think it makes sense. So yeah. You know, and Musguy, I was thinking about that comment you left on my latest video. For those of you who don't know, Musguy, if I'm not misremembering, commented on my last video that he enjoys my videos because they are like, you know, they are not the best out there, and that's true, but they are like, you know, that catchy song that's not a masterpiece, but you enjoy listening to. You know, and the first song that came to my mind, Muskai, when I saw that comment, was that Macarena song, you know, the Baila tu Corpo com Alegria Macarena. You know, I can't sing it too much because I don't want to get a copyright strike here on YouTube. But I thought about that song, and I felt like, I'm glad, you know, I'm like the Macarena song, you know, for Muskai. That's a pretty cool achievement to have, in my opinion. Hi, Firefly's here with us, pretty nice to have you here, and Most Dank Man with Nice Unusual there, pretty cool. Always happy to see you fellas connecting to play with us. Gabriel is also here, very nice. But I think, Muska, you described my content there very well, actually. I've talked about this before on other videos and on stream as well. Hi, Dark Knight's here with us, the Demon Knight, pretty cool, my friend. I talked about that on stream and on other videos, that unless I'm making a sort of a commentary video, a video essay or something like that, I don't really put much effort into my videos. And even on those more special videos, I put a bit of effort, but nothing like crazy or that will take me a lot of time to complete. I know there are some creators that really, you know, value putting a lot of effort into their videos, and I commend them for that. I think that's actually a remarkable thing. But I think if I try to do that, like to make to super produce my videos, and every video I make, I don't think I would be able to keep up with it. And on YouTube, it's very important to post content regularly. I've been trying to post, you know, one video per week at a minimum. And in some months I can do more than that, but I think that's a good base mark, you know, a good baseline for me to try to reach. And keeping my videos relatively simple actually helps me do that, you know. So I'm glad you are enjoying my videos for what they are, you know, like something, you know, entertaining, fun to watch, you know, a sort of a chill experience, you know, something that you can watch and not think much about it, and you know, have a good time and feel yourself, you know, at home. I managed to hit that soldier there. That's actually my goal with this channel, you know, to show kind of a casual experience with TF2, like I used to do in the good old days when I was just a free-to-play and I like to play this game casually. You know, I still do that nowadays, but I think, you know, most old-timers that are watching here know what I'm talking about, you know, that period in TF2 when you don't really pay that much attention to the game. You just play it and have fun. You know, that's sort of the spirit I want on this channel. And from time to time I'll make a special video, sort of a more highly produced video, but that will be sparse, you know. I think I should reserve that for really special videos when I have something really special and interesting to talk about, you know. That's how I've been doing it. So yeah, it's pretty good. My channel is like the Macarena song. I really appreciated that comment on this guy. I know some creators would perhaps get, you know, a bit offended, like those guys who put a lot of work into their videos, but to me that's actually what I want to do, you know. So I was very happy with that. Pretty nice you fellas are enjoying me for what I am and for enjoying me for what I'm trying to do here. I really like that. So yeah. I leave saying, have you seen the Valve carried Left 4 Dead? It was about Back 4 Blood and how it disappointed a lot of people. Ah no, I haven't, Leo. It's a new video from which creator? I haven't seen it. If it's interesting, please send me the link later on Steam so I can check it out. I'm always curious about those sort of video essays and analysis video and stuff like that. That's pretty cool. I saw that Back 4 Blood, you know, despite being a good game, I've heard it is a fun game. I think it disappointed a lot of people because they were expecting something more like Left 4 Dead, I think. And it has some similarities to Left 4 Dead, but it seems to have... almost got you there. It seems to have some different mechanics. Okay, let's go. Could not hit Zé Mateus there. Pretty nice. Pretty nice, Market. You are on fire today, Zé Mateus. That's pretty cool. Always nice to see a good troller. So yeah, Back 4 Blood, you know, seems like a fine game, but I know a lot of people were disappointed. And to be fair, I saw that happen as well a bit with Overwatch, for example. Not right as the game released, but a couple of months after release, and you know, after people realized that Overwatch wasn't like, you know, better TF2, it was just like another arena shooter, a different game, which is fine and all. Overwatch is a fun game, but I think a lot of people were expecting Overwatch to be the successor to TF2, and when they realized it wasn't, they kinda got a bit upset or a bit let down. Some people to this day I think are in denial about that, that, you know, Overwatch wasn't the TF2 killer that people thought it would be. But you know, it's part of how it goes. I don't think there will ever be a TF2 killer actually, as I don't think there will ever be a replacement for Left 4 Dead actually, for the experience that people expect from Left 4 Dead. So that's just how it goes. What else are you saying there? Let me see, my friends. What else? Vincent say, I can't believe you sing the Macarena. And Migatuga is saying, oh no, the YouTube bot will get you. I hope I don't get copyright claimed. You know, it was just a short segment, and I don't even sing that similar to it, so perhaps the bot won't notice. My singing abilities are pretty bad. Okay, let's retreat here because I don't want to get sniped. Okay, managed to kill their God of Seduction. This sentry has been destroyed. Why did you destroy it, Mr. Engineer? What was the logic behind it? Or wasn't the engineer who destroyed it? I don't know now. But yeah, pretty nice. Hey, Lasagna Fan trying to connect, come play with us. You know, I actually don't like Egypt that much, but I'm actually enjoying it today, you know. I think it's a good map to not try hard, you know, to play more casually. You know, it's not a bad map, but it's not one of the most competitive maps the game has. So it's fun to play in this sort of situation in which no one is trying too hard to do anything. Okay, I have to take down this sentry. Let's get that sniper and die to this. Zé Mateus is just destroying me with the Market Gardener. That's pretty funny, pretty cool. I, Curly Patty, would like to join the game. Come play with us, Curly Patty. There's still room on the server. You probably have some latency latency because today we're on the Miami server, but I think most people here are having some latency. The only ones from North America seem to be God of Seduction. Gabriel also has good ping here. Bana has good ping as well. Leugin Sotnas I know is from Europe, but he there with 90 ping, that's manageable. And who else here? And Most Dankman also has good ping, so if you connect and you have 100 something ping, you won't be at a disadvantage. That's a good thing, so come play with us, my friend. Pretty nice. Hey, Felipe Saz is saying there, hello teacher, do you remember me? It's me, Hyper's dog, I remember you, for sure. I don't remember a lot of details about you, but I remember your name for sure, Felipe. Pretty nice to have you here. Come play with us as well if you can. We are having fun here on Egypt. And you know, about this map, I actually wish there were more Egypt-themed maps, you know. The first map I made was actually one with this thematic, because I think it is a bit easier to do a okay looking map with this thematic. It's very blocky, you know, and most of the work you have to do is use some columns here, set up these torches, which isn't really hard to do. So it's a good beginner's aesthetic, I think. It is hard to make a good looking map with this aesthetic, but an okay looking map, it isn't too hard to do. And perhaps there should be more Egypt themed maps, you know. Perhaps someone could use some of these assets here to make, you know, an ancient Greece themed map or something like that. I think TF2 could benefit. That spy there, he is very laggy. I think TF2 could benefit from more historical, you know, based locations like this. Like the mercenaries are working on some sort of excavation, you know, excavation camp or something like that, and it's historical camp, you know. That could be interesting. I can see some pretty good mappers doing a great job with this setting. Because as it is, I think the only map we have in the game with this Egypt, you know, aesthetic is Egypt, which is kinda limiting, I'm not gonna lie. I managed to help there. Dark kills Sentient, free-to-play noob. The detonator is so good, I really like this secondary weapon. I perhaps should be using it to jump more, because you can do actually some pretty cool stuff with it. I'm just not very good with this detonator jumping, but I think I should try doing that more, you know, to close distance and to kinda get the enemy by surprise. It's a pretty good secondary to do that. And I know a lot of people are annoyed by the scorch shot, but I think the detonator is more annoying. I myself tend to feel like I'm annoying people more often when I'm using the detonator, that's for sure. Because I think it is a lot more spammy than the scorch shot. Almost got me there, okay. I saw my life passing through my eyes there. Have to be careful about Mateus with the Trojan loadout there. Okay, let's retreat here. I think I should help my team hold this high position. I think that will be more advantageous for us. Advantageous, is that the word? I'm not sure actually. I got headshot there. Should not have picked Cyrano there. So yeah. And I'm not NFT saying tomorrow is Monday, no! There's an account on Twitter that's like Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob. And he posts, you know, for every day of the week he posts something funny. Every day the same thing, you know, for every Monday, every Tuesday, every Wednesday, stuff like that. And it's quite funny. I don't remember the Twitter handle, but now that I see you, you know, lamenting, you know, you being sad that tomorrow is Monday, I was reminded of that Twitter handle, of that Twitter account. I managed to blast there the direct hit, and I've hit it. Okay, I'm not in a bad position actually. Let's get back here. There's a spy, and I'm dead. Okay, should have retreated to base actually, but yeah. And Yang saying there, last week someone complimented your English, and I have a question. Are you frustrated when someone doesn't know bare bones English? For example, they don't know what wait for my signal then attack means. I actually am not frustrated, you know, Nian. I actually I can relate a lot to people who don't know basic English, because here in Brazil, very few people are actually fluent in English, you know. As time passes, there are more and more people who can speak English, at least in a basic level, but it's still something that's not very accessible. We have English classes, and hit an air shot there. It's getting more accessible, but because we have English in public school here in Brazil, but it's not very good, you know. Public school in Brazil, it really depends on the city, but it's not very good, and the English classes are even harder to teach here in Brazilian public school system. So most people can't speak English properly, you know. They will understand one or two phrases or something like that, but not really be able to communicate in English very well. Spy here is trying to do some stair steps. This is a good map for spies, isn't it? Very good for stair steps and such. But yeah, I don't get frustrated about that, and I'm very comprehensive actually. Comprehensive? I don't think comprehensive means what I want to say here. Because in Brazil, compreensível, eu sou muito compreensível. I am very understanding. I think that is, I am very understanding of that situation, you know. I have a lot of empathy for people in that situation. That's what I mean to say. Yeah, I don't think comprehensible was the word for that. But yeah, it's part, you know, of the situation in a country which still has a hard time, you know, educating people with formal education and such. That's what I actually mean. But I know it would be important. The more people that know English, I think I managed to hit there. You know, I'm being able to air blast a lot with the Dragon's Fury today. It's not the best weapon for air blasting, but I think I'm doing a good enough job. Okay, let's get this spy here, and I'm again with the market, Zé Mateus. Damn! But at least I managed to get Gabriel there. But yeah, if you have the opportunity to learn English, and I think if you're watching this stream, you already had that opportunity, but if you have the opportunity to learn more English, that's very important, because it really opens a whole lot, you know, on the internet for you. And not only on the internet, but mostly on the internet, because there's a lot of good, free, accessible content in English, especially tutorials and stuff like that that's kind of technical, you know. There's in my native language, Portuguese, there's also a lot of content, because Portuguese is one of the largest languages in the world in regards to number of speakers. But, you know, there's nothing that beats English, I think. At least not that it is, you know, widely spread around the world. Perhaps Chinese has more speakers than English. I'm not sure about that, but perhaps it has. Simply because of the massive number, you know, of people in China, of the population there. But English gives you a better access to content that's worldwide, you know, that's global. So that's why it is very important to try and learn language. Try and learn English as best as you can. I'm not the best at it, but I'm glad you can understand me, fellas. So yeah. And you did pretty well on this round, very nice. Dark Knight destroying the other team here. But I'm second place on the team, so we're doing pretty well, very nice, pretty cool. And I think Dark disconnected there, I think. Yeah, he's not on the server anymore. But did a great job, Dark. Pretty nice there. So yeah, what else are you saying there? Hey, Victory! Glad to have you here, my friend. Pretty nice. Glad to have you here on stream for us. I not am an NFT asking, you're also from a Brazilian channel, right? Yeah, I have a Brazilian channel as well. I've had it ever since I think 2013 or something like that. So it's pretty old. It's my main channel is the one I have for my Brazilian subscribers. Leugin Sotnes is dancing around me here, pretty cool. This one I started, I think it was 2 years ago, but I started posting regularly last year. You know, I started it because I wanted to branch out. I think my Brazilian channel kind of reached its maximum size, you know. It's been a while since I've been stuck in, what, 29,000 subscribers there. A couple of years. I can't get to 30,000 subscribers there on my Brazilian channel. So I decided to make this one here to branch out, you know, to try something new, reach a newer public, and all that good stuff. I remember I opened our London server because on my Brazilian channel I also have a bunch of Portuguese subscribers. You know, Portuguese, like from Portugal really, in Europe. And I created the London server initially for them to play, you know, to have a place to play on. And after I did that, then I started thinking, if I'm gonna have a server in Europe, then why don't I also have a channel for an international audience? And that's when I decided to start this one, and it's been great ever since. I think I should actually have done that earlier. It took me too much time to start posting regularly on this channel. It was one of my best decisions in terms of content creating, I think. So that was pretty cool. And I'm not NFT saying that America is a continent, and Soldier says God bless America, so God bless America. Yeah, for sure, the American continent. Yeah, that's true. Very nice. Hey, hello there, Dean, glad to have you here, pretty cool. And Curly Patty enjoys the soundtrack for our stream. Yeah, our soundtrack is great, all songs from OC Remix. I really like them. I also have the same Pyro Flame Launcher skin, the Dragon's Lair here. Yeah, I really like this one. I think it also looks great on the shotgun, on the scattergun, and on the rocket launcher. You know, I was very torn when I got this one from the Django Inferno contracts about which weapon should I put it on. But since I already had an unusual rocket launcher, you know, my unusual rocket launcher, I really like it, I decided to put it on the Dragon's Fury. And I think it matches, you know, I kind of miss the default Dragon's Fury look because I think it looks pretty nice without any war paints. But I enjoy the Dragon's Lair on it. It's a cool war paint for sure. Very intimidating actually. And Dark Knight saying, I forgot that hit scan. I'm just dying here because I'm reading chat. I forgot that hit scan still works even at high ping. Yeah, it's more manageable. You know, projectiles as well. You can play projectile classes. I've even played Devilman on the European server with 200 something ping, and I didn't actually play that bad. You can feel the latency, but you get used to it. And the medic died? I think the medic died, I'm sorry, Mr. Medic. You can feel the latency, but it's not, you know, actually that noticeable or something that ruins your experience. You just get used to it. But hit scan weapons, for sure, they work pretty well, even on high latency. I think it's not that you don't have latency with them, because you have. The server still has to process them at a different time frame because of the distance to the server. Ah, come on, Zé Mateus with the Matador stab there, playing very well. Very nice, my friend. But I think what happens is that you don't see the interpolation that you see on the projectiles with hit scan weapons. Shonik, I think, made a video about it some time ago. And what was going on with hit scan weapons is that the particle effects for them are local to the client. So it's not the server that says when the particle effects will get created, it's the client, something like that. And with projectiles, it's the server who says when a projectile is going to spawn in the world. So that's why we perceive more latency with projectiles than with hit scan weapons. But it should be the same thing actually. It's more like a difference in perception than anything else really. Okay, there's people in there. I think I'll try throwing some flares there to get them. Okay, the spy is still alive. I hope he doesn't get to say that this was a triumph. I'm making a note here, huge success. It's hard to overstate his satisfaction. I hope he doesn't get to say that, but he is still alive, I know that. Okay, for those of you who didn't catch that reference, it's a song from Portal. Really like that song. Very nice soundtrack that Portal has. So yeah. And Spyoshi saying there, every time you stream, I am busy. Every flipping time, lol. I'm sorry, Spyoshi. Yoshi, it's not my intention to stream when you are busy. It's just that this is the time I have to stream, my friend. But yeah, very bad luck there. We always stream, fellas, actually at this time frame, you know. Sometimes I start streaming a bit earlier. Right now, where I live, it's 4:30 p.m. I usually start my streams 4 p.m. in São Paulo time, you know, Brazil time. I think it's UTC -3 if you want world time, you know, a world clock. So I try to be as consistent as I can with these stream times, so you fellas can kind of like, you know, arrange for it if you want to watch stream or play with us. I actually used to start streaming a bit earlier, but I decided to stick to 4 p.m. São Paulo time because Mr. Dispenser likes to also stream on Sundays. And since he's in Europe, he's on another time zone, and he usually starts to stream 1 hour and a half before me. So just so we are not streaming at the same time, you know, I don't know, I don't want to disrupt his stream or anything like that. And he plays on my servers as well, because I've set up reserved slots for him on these servers. And because of that, I started streaming at this time. And I heard the knife there, but I can't kill Zé Mateus. He's too slick, always escaping my flames here. Playing very well, my friend. So yeah, that's why. I'm sorry you were busy there, Spyoshi. Ainian is saying, Dark is a legend. They joined, shredded everyone in the enemy team and left. Yeah, Dark is one of my old-time friends. I also have Vincent there on chat. His YouTube name is Doc. I don't know if you are still here, Vincent. Say hello on chat if you are. But Vincent and Dark are friends with me, I think, from the start, you know, from when I started playing TF2 back in 2013 or something like that. I don't remember the exact year when we have met, but it's been a while. And here on Brazilian servers, you know, there are some people who recognize them by name, and whenever they are playing, they kind of get, you know, scared or salty because they are very good at the game. Especially at Demo Knight and Heavy. I know that Dark Knight destroys the competition here. It's actually impressive to watch. And sometimes I'm ashamed that I've been playing the game for this long and I'm still pretty bad at it. You know, I get the basics and I can do some fancy stuff when I'm paying attention, but most of the time I'm bad at the game, and it's okay. I like to play TF2 as someone who is like, you know, engaging with an activity. I don't play because I want to win or prove that I'm good or anything like that. I just like to engage with the game, you know, it's fun to press WASD and mouse 1 and fire these weapons and see all the characters moving, you know, that's what I like about TF2. the interaction I get with these mechanics here. I don't really care if I win or lose. But it's very impressive, Nian. Dark really destroys. He's very good at the game, and I like when he's on my team. But it's also fun when he's on the enemy team, so we can play against them and have a lot of fun. It's good. It's good stuff. Hey, and Apple is leaving. Glad to have you here, Apple. It's always nice to see you in game with your fancy yellow loadout. I really appreciate when you manage to play with us, my friends. See you next week, Apple. Nice. And I'm not an NFT saying my green 14. What understand Portuguese will understand. I don't get what you're saying there. I'm not an NFT. I'm confused about your messages. And I understand Portuguese, and I didn't understand that. Very, very interesting communication there, my friend. So funny. Okay, there is a sept sentry. I was not paying attention because I was looking at the sentry there, but the sentry has been destroyed. I saw the teleporter and the dispenser were destroyed. I think I should approach with care when I arrive at that position. So let's see how it goes. I'll check chat in just a sec, fellas. Just let me pay attention here for a while. Just for a change of pace. Let's pay attention to what we are actually doing here. I have Uncle Liu here protecting. Okay, let's retreat. I think I'll help push the cart a little bit just to recover my health. There is a heavy up there. Let's see if I could not stay protected behind the cart. Okay, no problem. I'll check chat now. And Yan is saying, playing TF2 in any way you want is always alright, as long as you have fun. While playing any way you want, excluding bots. Yeah, I agree with you, Nian. And I think we could not say that bots are actually playing the game, you know. Because I think that the concept of play, you know, you are playing something. It's sort of like, it brings with it the idea of doing it for fun, I think. Yeah, here in Brazil, the word jogar, that is like how we translate play. We actually translate play with two words. You can say that play means jogar, and you can say that play means brincar. And I don't really know how I would show that difference to you fellas in English, because both things we say mean play, you know. But to me, that word brings the idea that you are doing something because you enjoy it. And bots clearly don't play because they enjoy it, you know. I don't think bots can enjoy what they are doing. So I don't think they are playing. But I agree with what you were saying there. Above all, you have to be having fun with the game you are playing. If you are not having fun, then you are not really playing it correctly, I think. It's better to go do something else if the game is annoying you or anything like that. And I sometimes get annoyed by the games I'm playing, or I get bored, you know, by them. And taking a break is a good thing, you know. It really refreshes how you perceive the game, you know, and what you are doing at the moment. It's very important. A lot of people talk about TF2 as if, you know, you can't take breaks from it, you know, like you have to be constantly playing TF2 every day, otherwise you are not really a TF2 fan or something like that. I've met people who kind of think like that, and I think that's just wrong, you know. No game really works like that. You will get bored of anything that you do too much. So it's important to take breaks and give yourself some time to enjoy that experience again. But yeah, you are right there, Nian, for sure. Pretty nice. I now understand what you're saying. I'm not an NFT. Yeah, for sure. It's a word play that they were doing there on chat that really is a word play with Portuguese words. Okay. Okay, managed to air blast that, but didn't kill anyone. But I've hit something. I know that for sure. Very nice. Ah, and Dark is saying there, it's an honor to hear that. Your soldier is nasty too. I know you can destroy the enemy team when you want to do it. Kudos to you, my friend. Thanks, Dark. Thanks so much. You know, I used to play a lot better back in 2016 or 2017, you know, when we were fresh from Meteor Match and right before Jungle Inferno. I think that's when I've peaked in my TF2 skill, let's say like that. Ever since I've been playing the game, you know, each time more casually, and I think my skill has deteriorated from that time. Okay, let's see if we can do something here, because I don't think, yeah, could not do anything here. Okay, they're paying attention. I was going to say, I don't think they're paying attention here because they have a sentry further up, but they were paying attention, yeah. But yeah, back in 2016, 2017, I used to take this game very seriously. You know, I really wanted to get good at it. And if you follow my Brazilian channel, you know, or if you go check it out, you see that I have a Frag Clips playlist there. I've posted some compilations and stuff like that here on this channel as well. But on my Brazilian channel, I used to kind of collect plays that I thought, you know, at least for my skill level, were kind of impressive. They really weren't impressive at all, but I thought they were. And I used to do some montages with them. I had a lot of fun like that, and I actually think that was good because I can track how well I was playing, you know, in a specific time frame by watching those compilations. From time to time I like to go take a look at them just to see, you know, how I used to play and how I am playing now, and I'm playing a lot worse, that's for sure. Okay, I like this flare gun so much. It's such a good flare gun, I really like it. A lot of fun to be able to explode your flares, you know, in the air and have a bit more control like that. Perhaps it would be fun to have a rocket launcher for Soldier that worked like that, you know, you could press right button and explode the rockets in the air. I think it could make for fun gameplay. I think it would have to be nerfed in comparison to the stock rocket launcher, but it would be a fun gameplay mechanic, in my opinion, to be able to do this with rockets. Pretty nice. But yeah, I kinda miss, you know, those times when I used to play this game better. I could hit some pretty good air shots with Soldier, and even with Demo Man, with the pipes. Nowadays I can do that occasionally, but it's not something like I think I can consistently pull off. I don't think I can do that anymore. It's more like once in a blue moon I'll hit an air shot. I was dead there when I got to that point, but it's okay there. So yeah, fellas, pretty nice to see the server full. You know, I thought we would not be able to fill up the server today, and I'm actually glad you fellas are enjoying playing here on. And I got hit there playing on my server with me. I really appreciate that. It's a lot of fun playing with good friends. And you are all my good friends, you know, we might not know each other that much, especially those of you who are new to the channel, but I think you should know that I consider you in very high regard, my friends. Really appreciate you fellas enjoying my content and coming play here with me on our server. And by the way, these servers I have, they are dedicated servers, okay? They are like persistent servers. If you want to come play with friends here during the week, feel free to do so. The servers will be running, unless I have like some problem that I'm not aware about, then you please let me know, but they should be running, you know, I keep them running like that. So yeah, and I think I'll be ending the stream right now, since we are clocking close to 1 hour. That's usually for how long we stream. But again, feel free to stay on the server and play with everyone if you want to do so, because the server will keep running for you fellas. Before I go, let me just check what you fellas are saying there. Calm Nana is saying, I'm taking a break from TF2 after playing for a while. Not I am, but taking a break from TF2 after playing for a while is actually very worth it. It is what I've learned. When you come back refreshed, it's the best feeling. Yeah, that's true, you know, and I get to do that every week, Nana, because what I do is I try not to play TF2 during the week, at least unless I really want to do so, or I have to capture some gameplay footage or anything like that. But I try not to play it during the week, so I can have a fresh experience with you fellas during stream. And it's been working out very well for me. I remember when I used to play every day, I was getting a bit burned out, but nowadays I don't, and every time I come to play the game I have a good experience. That's solid advice for sure. Nyan is saying see ya Nyan, see ya everyone. Migatuga is saying that he will dine, so have a nice week and have a nice dinner there, Migatuga. And bye bye everyone. I really appreciate you fellas coming play with me. It's always a lot of fun. So thank you very much for being here. I appreciate you all. Minctory there, Uncle Leo saying see you next week. I Misa shall join too. I'll try to set him up with reserved slots at most tomorrow, Leo. Misa is another streamer, one of our friends, for those of you who don't know. So that's what I'm talking about here. But very nice, Leo. See you next week as well, my friend. And everyone else, see you next week again. I really appreciate you. Here's a heart for all of you. And I really love you. I hope you have a wonderful week. And we'll see each other again next Sunday. Bye bye everyone. Have a good one.